Leo? What's up? Dream last night that I was streaming Star Ocean. Well, I mean, it's probably going to happen, so at least your dream is, like, helpful, right? But we're not streaming it tonight, obviously. We got Tales of Innocence. Hopefully the dream didn't affect your sleep too much. You gotta get that sleep, man. Sleep is hella good. Oh. Did you pop in and get a recap from Sunday, Leo? You don't know this game, right? Yeah, that will never happen. That will never happen. You slept just fine. That's good. You do not. Do you need a recap? I don't think you asked for one yesterday, did you? Not yesterday. 2 days ago. Sunday. All right. This is where we are. Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure how much you were here for on Sunday. Maybe you were here for most of Sunday. My bad. Yeah, we did that. Was that Sunday? That did happen this weekend. I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm assuming it was Sunday. You were here for the cage argument. The reason I asked you is more than anything because I kind of need a bit of a recap myself. Because oh god, I forgot how much text there is in here. You were part of the argument. I think the sewers and getting Hermana and finding the memory circle that showed us a memory after Asura had finished the war, and then Hermana's super badass and cool, and then we got on a boat, and then we sailed to Ashihara, and that's where we are now. Stop using you as an excuse. I didn't say excuse. I just was curious. I actually remembered where we are. We're in the underground temple. I just didn't remember what happened specifically when you stream for 14 hours over 2 days. When you play a game for 14 hours over 2 days, sometimes the events can kind of blur together a little bit. I was just trying to clarify what happened most recently. That's all. That's all. Don't judge me. So we found the save point. We can go left or right. I came from the southeast entrance there. Okay, another door. Yikes. So many doors in this place. This dungeon is fucking massive. And most of it is just really long-ass corridors. Oh no, I went the right way? Out of all of that? Whoa, look at this big old picture. That's a pretty cool picture. It's a mural. This is the same Devic script that was on the altar in the cavern. It appears to be quite ancient. Let's see. In the beginning, there was no heaven nor earth. The god of creation was all that was. Oh. Lamenting his endless isolation, he formed the world from his body and birthed the gods. And so all things came to be. However, in time, greedy gods did gather. Lusting for power, no longer could they be called gods. And so those called humans were cast down. The world so divided, heaven and earth and eternity did pass. Can you explain all that? Simply stated, Devaloka came into being by the death of the primeval giant. Primeval giant? Yes, the primeval giant, the god of creation. In the beginning there was no world, just a giant, all alone. Sad panda. The giant was lonely. He created the land from his body and the gods from his head. And while the land prospered, the number of evil gods continued to grow. So the gods created Naraka and imprisoned the evil gods there. Oh. Those gods that were cast down and lost their powers were called humans. All of this happened ages ago. Exactly. That is exactly what the primeval giant looked like. Jayla has 100% perfectly nailed exactly what the primeval giant looked like. What an artistic rendering. Well done. So, okay. I guess most people would never think that they were actually descended from the gods, huh? It doesn't sound like they were very godly gods by the time we got to being descended from them. We only know because we've got memories of our past lives. Wait, doesn't that mean that avatars are just like everyone else? Sounds like it. No, that's incorrect. Reincarnation was only meant to occur on Devaloka. Oh, our souls should never have been reborn in human bodies. Oh. So that's what... Okay, so we're reincarnated. The role of the Reapers was to take souls from Naraka to Devaloka to be used as its foundation. No Deva's souls should exist on Naraka. But they do exist. We're living proof of that. I don't understand how things could have become like this. Well, there's no Reapers left. The war ended and Devaloka fell. So you're saying not everybody's got a past life? That's correct. If anything, the Avatar should be considered the exception to the rule. Going back to the original topic, if our ancestors were former gods, why was that story never passed down? I mean, it sounds like we were former evil gods. Because the church decided to conceal it, I am sure you can imagine why. If believers knew they were of divine lineage, they would have little reason to pray to the gods in Devaloka. In order to foster devout belief, the church had no other choice. So they twisted the truth. Is it really okay to do something like that? You're talking about the distant past. Without something greater to believe in, humans grow arrogant. It had to be done. Of course, after the fall, even that belief began to dwindle. Right. Lots of dots. That's right, I wanted to unite Devaloka and Naraka. I talked to Inanna about it. No matter what it took, I had to do it. But why? For what purpose? Okay, so we're gonna go back this way. We're giving Thing the boot in exchange for Thing 2? I mean, giving, it's done. It was a huge pain in the ass to get Coda on the screen. But I did it for you guys. Because I knew, I made a promise. Every new Tales gets a new mascot. Except Legendia, because fuck the Orosoran. But every new Tales since Legendia gets the mascot on the screen. That's just the way it goes. I had to make that shitty GIF myself, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It was not easy. I had to find a cutscene. You hate it? Good. I had to find a cutscene where Coda was involved, and it had to be a voiced cutscene that used the skit portraits, because if it's not a voiced cutscene, their mouths don't move. And I wanted his fucking mouth to move. That's the whole point. So I had to find one where he was voiced, and I wanted that face. He has other facial expressions. I wanted that one. And there was, in the last 15 hours of game time, 16 hours of game time that I've put into this game, it has only happened one time. I scrubbed through 15 hours of footage to find that shit. It was worth it. It was so worth it. But yeah, fun fact, since this game has never been localized in this version, finding the skit portraits is damn near impossible. So I had to make my own skit portrait. Seems the path continue. We should keep going. I expect this place has secrets waiting to be discovered. We should keep going. Okay. Can we make up what he's saying? He's saying no spoilers, backseating, hints, tips, speculation. That's what he's saying. That's why the text is next to him. Kind of like, maybe like he's got a little voice, like a little speech bubble around it. Just because he's... I guarantee he was talking about food. I don't actually remember what he was talking about in that cutscene, but I guarantee it was food. I guarantee it was food. So if you want to have it be food related, I don't think you're wrong at all. So. Oh, you little shithead. Okay, so we're gonna do room up here. And it is actually literally empty. Unfortunate. Get the fuck out of there. Is that what I'm about to be treated to? I came back this way after going the right way to find empty rooms. That's probably what's gonna happen, isn't it? Sorry, guys. Just fun fact. Apologize if I have to clear my throat tonight, because I'm not really coughing anymore, but I have this lingering, like, head cold that just won't go away. So I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. It's not fun, and I apologize. But sometimes you just do what you gotta do. Okay, got another door down here. Oh, and it's dead. Random question: do you like city building games like The Sims, or like City Skylines, or whatever the fuck that game is called? Like what type of city building games? I've never played The Sims before, and I don't think that I would enjoy it. But like, I think I even own City Skylines. Maybe. I thought about purchasing that game. I don't know if I actually did. I guess the answer to that question, Shayla, is no. I would say that I don't like them. Mostly because I don't think that I'm very good at them. They just stress me out, and I have a hard time achieving my visualized goals and having them be realized in the game, because I'm not probably because I have issues with organization. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Frostpunk? Not familiar. Brutally difficult and very challenging. Those are things that sound good, but if it's because of city building, I don't know. That type of gameplay doesn't generally like get me really rolling and going. Whoa. Okay. That doesn't look very good. It's interesting that they are choosing to have Hermana speak with nicknames, because I just heard her say Luca Nichan, which I get is still kind of a bit of a pet name, so maybe the nickname fits, but it's not a... It's a bit of a... it's still got some obvious hints of not being a 100% direct translation, which is fine, but it's an interesting decision that they made.
センサスのすべてを滑る王魔王魔王はマティウスだ。
Oh. That's interesting.
なあ、どないしたんな。ぼーっとしてしんどい？あ、いや、なんでもないよ。エル、心配かけてごめんね。
I'll look into it at least, Shayla. I'll pull it up after the stream and see what kind of game it is. But in general, things like well, I used to play SimCity. That's what I'm thinking of. I said The Sims, but I used to play SimCity when I was younger. I'm just really bad at it, and I'm a massive perfectionist about that shit in a really weird and bad way that makes it so that I'm not particularly adept at those games, and they just end up frustrating me when they inevitably fail. I think it's the same reason I don't really like roguelike games or roguelite games, because those games are basically designed to be inevitable failure for long durations of the gameplay, and I don't know. It's not something I tend to willingly subject myself to. Linear progression is more often than not the style of like progression in gameplay that I prefer. She's got another headache again. Okay. It's not good that she keeps getting headaches. I'm not a fan of that. Figured we'd have another skit. No memory circle here? There's no question that this is a place of worship. Search every nook and cranny. Never played Disgaea? Trust me, Leo, I know. Thias, the Overlord. Jose said that the Overlord ruled over all the census. Yeah, it's a real. Yep, I am 100% aware, Leo. I am pretty familiar with Disgaea. Yeah. The Prinnies are an attractive reason to try it out at some point. But it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a lot of fucking salt. If I play through Disgaea, it's just going to be salt. Say that none of us seen the Overlord's real face. Always wore a mask to hide his face in public, and his personal life was never revealed. Truly an enigmatic individual. Royalty would always be wise to take such precautions. Wonder if that's why Asura has no memories. Could it be that even a commander of Asura's caliber was never granted an audience with the Overlord? Maybe I just haven't remembered yet. Light explode. Yeah. How many Disgaea games are there? Like, if we were talking a main series, because I know there's actually quite a few spin-off games from the Disgaea franchise, but if we were talking main Disgaea games, how many are we talking? At least 5? Yeah, that's what I remembered. I remember there being up... Oh, there's the memory circle. 5 if you do just main series. Yeah. Look, here's the memory circle. What's wrong? I'm about to remember something. Something I don't think I want to remember. Oh, well, here we go. Buckle up, everybody.
Asura, 創世力を封印して。あれは危険だわ。お願い。
Thinking Nana is gonna end up being a traitor. That's just the vibe that I get from her, but we'll see.
そうでないと私。
どうした？顔色が優れないな。
私は今のままで幸せなの。今まで通りあなたといたいのよ。一緒にあの力を封印しましょう。センサスのものにもラティオのものにも渡らぬよ。
I think she wants it for herself.
なんや熱々やったな。
なんだよ。あれだけか。
That was pretty short.
まったくだ、つまらん。
What a waste of time.
そうね。大した情報ではなかったかも。
もっとガーッといけよな、アスラよ。
ああ、まったくだ、つまらん。
He just said the same exact thing. and the other characters noticed it.
なあ、ルカ、イリア。なんか思い出したことはあるか？
Maybe.
イリア、イナンナと二人で何かを話していた。それだけかな。思い出したらいけないような。いや、なんだか頭が痛い。イリア。
大した収穫は得られずか。ところでこの絵は何だ？
魔王、創世力を高く掲げ、その力、長き眠りから呼び起こす。
Oh. That's not good.
魔王？
つまり魔王が創世力を使ったって？
Sounds like it.
その様子を描いたもののようね。魔王、千歳が言っていた。マティウスが魔王だって。センサスを収めた魔王。こいつが創世力を使って天井を滅ぼしたのか。許せない。
Hmm.
マティウス？あいつが？あらあら、大丈夫？
We need to address this headache problem right now.
天井が滅んだせいで、僕たち転生者はこんな生き方を。マティウスのせいで。マティウスめ！
Oh. Is there a chalice up here? I want it. Wait, we don't get a single skid after that? Are you fucking kidding me right now? You gotta be joshing me. We don't get a single skid after that. What even is this game anymore? If it's not 1,000 skits, I don't even know what to think. Oh yeah, the humor in the Disgaea series is like fucking really, really good. See previous discussion about Prinnies. These fucking bats though. Oh, okay, it's our bat, I guess. Ouch, what the fuck is going on? Get the fuck out of here, boars. Let me attack this goddamn bat. These fuckers hurt. Disgaea, Prinnies, yeah, dude. Totally, dude. How's it going, Philly, dude? I was just gonna change the fucking... Alright, I guess I'll fight another fucking encounter. Time to fight another battle, dude. Oh my god, you comboed and she's crazy. Did you guys see that shit? She just went ham on it. I couldn't get it out of the air. Alright, I guess we'll sneak this way. A Prinny gets the Coda spot. If I ever play Disgaea, a Prinny will be on screen for the entirety of any Disgaea game that I play through. Mandatory. Could not even see that board. I guess I have to remember how to get out of here now, which is, I don't know, gonna be interesting. Thank God Mew is gone. Mew is gone. We have Coda now. If I remember right, there's a four-way intersection up here. Yep, we just gotta do a couple of encounters and we go straight through. Oh. What is this? Oh. It's you.
このねっちょり女、のこのこ現れやがったな。
Iri is so great, you guys.
イリア、区長。
I think her tone is intentional.
何の用よ。
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. I love it so much.
バスラ様、マティウス様はあなたを必要とされています。
Pass.
お願いです。私とおいでください。共に幸せになりましょう。
Pass.
君は知らないふりをしているのかい？魔王が創生力を使ったから天井が滅んだ。そして地上は今滅びに向かっている。つまりマティウスが前世で力を使ったからこうなったんだ。それは
Oh?
君の愛する故郷が沈んでいくのも今の戦争の原因も天井が滅ばなければなかったことかもしれない。マティウスの魔王のせいなんだ。全部あいつの。違うわ、アスラ様。まだ全て思い出されていないのね。それは勘違いなのです。
Alright. I'm listening.
私は知っています。
Skeptically.
それは天井が滅んだのは全て
Mm-hmm.
イナーナのせいなのです。
Mm-hmm.
そんなわけねえだろ。おいイリア、なんか言ってやれよ。おい、言わせておくのかよ。
この女は天井を滅ぼし、そして私の美しい足原を滅ぼそうとしている。のみならずバスラ様まで。でも生まれ変わった私は違う。以前の私じゃないわ。アスラ様を渡すものか。
Hmm.
待て、何をする気だ。なぜかばうの？この女を信じてはダメ。最後の最後に裏切られた苦しみをまた味わうつもり？アスラ様、もう騙されないで。 目を覚まして。僕は決めたんだ。僕を連れ出してくれたイリアを、僕を必要としてくれたイリアを守るって。
Okay, interesting.
守るなんておこがましいけど、でも僕を信頼してくれた証を立てる。厳しく温かく見守ってくれた両親、気安く仲間扱いしてくれていた友達、彼らと築いていた信頼の絆を僕はうっかり見過ごしていたんだ。イリアはそんな僕の目を覚まさせてくれた。僕はイリアを信じる。絶対に。バカラスやイリア、君は僕が守る。アスラ様、なぜわからないの？
Alright, we're going for this shit, eh? Oh man, it's not an RP fight. If I would have known she was just gonna stroll up in this bitch, I would have had Luca ready, but she kind of caught me off guard there. Oh, she has fire and 8,000 hit points? Okay. Weak to ground and light. Oh my god, that does so much fucking damage. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh my god, I'm dead. Just fucking annihilated me. I was trying to get out of there and get a heal off, and I just fucking got bodied. Oops. Look at that damage! I'm sure that was not too terribly difficult, to be totally honest with you. She's pretty resilient on not giving up this other steel that she has. Alright, now you die. Whoa! No! No! That's my character! Why? Alright, well. That happened before I could react at all. First result? Wow, must be nice. Well, I tried. I did my best. I mashed that steel button so hard.
エリア、怪我はない？
You lose.
大丈夫だけど。イナンナは裏切る。あなたはアスラ様を傷つける。
Oh.
一体どういうことよ。
Where did she go? Alright, sick. Yeah, you thought I was gonna walk into that encounter, didn't you, game? Nice try. Oh shit. I only noticed two. I just want the skit, game, please. Oh shit. I hope it shows back up on this side. Skit, please? Okay. What the hell is that eyebrowless chick going on about? Neria's gonna betray us? Like hell she is. Damn. There's no way that can happen. We've been together since the Devic era, right? You're not Iria? Yeah, you said it. I know that's right, right? I really don't know. Hey, wait. There's something wrong with Ria? She didn't seem right. Who knows? This journey began when you met Anami. You should be there for her in her time of need, just as she was for you in yours. You should know what you have to do. I don't know what you're talking about, but this ain't right. I mean, I agree, actually, with them. Do you really think talking about it will fix anything? I mean, we could confront her about it. Oh man, no way, don't do that. That is indeed a possibility. We can more appropriately deal with the issue when we understand it more clearly. But ain't that like rubbing like salt or something in the wound? That is the risk we run. Regardless, it will allow us to settle the matter quickly. Can you handle that, Milda? You should take your time thinking about it. Only a brat would make a move without considering the consequences. Do you think Yuri's alright? And there it is. Let me handle her. Spud's looking kind of steamed too. Goodness, that Chitose girl has become quite the stumbling block. I don't know much about it myself, but it seems she was involved in some love affair in the Devic era. While I am similarly ignorant of the facts, that I can imagine what happened based on Iria's behavior. Luca, how do you plan on dealing with Iria? I said I was... let's think about it. This is totally different from when she got angry with me before, I guess. So what should I do? That is the question. Let us consider it together. You've gotten along well up until now. I highly doubt that your relationship will fall apart over such a trivial matter. In any case, start by speaking to her calmly. Okay, I understand. I'll try my best to act natural. Yes, that is the best place to begin. I am worried. Honestly, Luca is more of a concern than Iria is. Don't overthink things. If Anami returns to normal, there shouldn't be any lasting problems. That is true. Until then, we just have to do our best to prevent Luca from doing anything foolish. 18, 15, 18, only 3. Oh, please. Got special music. I'm not being fair. I wanted to continue running from these memories of my past life. I wanted to depend on other avatars and avoid remembering anything myself. I'm afraid of what will happen if I remember. My past incarnation, Inanna. I despise her. She used her wiles to manipulate the men around her and was completely consumed with herself. I can't stand that I was that kind of woman. I never want to become like that. What was Inanna after Asura for? Betrayal? What does that mean? Was it Inanna's fault that Devaloka collapsed? What did she do? I don't want to remember. I'm afraid of what I would learn. I don't want to know. But I can't run forever. Still, Inanna was incredibly beautiful. Everybody in Devaloka is crazy about her. Beauties like that ain't a dime a dozen, you know. Right, even I admired her at first. Beautiful, refined, and practically without fault. Try as I might, I could never become like that. I wonder if, as I remember more, I'll start becoming more like her. Iria, is everything alright? You seem distracted. Dear me, whatever could you mean? Please pay me no mind. Oh ho ho ho. Strange gal. Yeah, she's just dealing with some shit. She's just dealing with some shit. Sura and Sakuya's feelings. Spada, do you remember Sakuya? Yeah, that Chitose chick's previous incarnation, right? I remember her. What was she like? She was the census goddess of flowers. All the men of the census admired her. Is that all? She was the submissive type. Anything else? She was wholly devoted to Asura. Even after Inanna showed up, she never gave up on him. Anyway, I guess you'd call her meek. She was willing to sacrifice anything as long as it meant Asura's happiness. Maybe that's what drew you to Chitose in the first place. Yeah. Asura was a real lady killer, huh? That's not good. What should I do? The hell should I know? Asura knew how she felt, but he still chose Inanna in the end. We got no right to criticize him. I know that, but if Chitose is still idealizing that kind of relationship... Chill out, man. Iria'd kick your ass if she heard that. That's true. We would have to be sure and keep our voices down. That ain't what I'm saying. Can I... Are we done? We go to skits? I think we're good with skits. Oh, faking out. Faked it out. I juked it so... Oh, well, not that one. Spada kind of wrecks shit. And now we get to the point where I don't remember which way to go anymore. I did well to get this far, but I legitimately don't remember where else to go. Thinking not this way. Oh, maybe? Oh? Oh, I just barely snuck past that enemy. I think I actually have to go left here. Oh, please. Nice try, nerd. Not today. Oh my gosh. Am I seriously still going the right way? This is crazy to me. I don't remember which way the door came from. I thought it was... Oh, fuck. This place is a giant maze. I don't know where I'm going. It's so big. Of course he paralyzed me at the last second. Can I get a recover? Yay, thank you. Am I going the right way? Who knows? That's a chest. That's a bad sign. Fuck. Oh, stop spawning enemies in the doorway. Alright, if I get 3 on screen, they can't spawn. Oh, well. Guess I'll fight these big bats. Hell yeah. Maybe the right path was down here. Oh, oh my gosh. Fuck off, you shitheads! I'm surprised I'm not seeing more style level ups. 89, 82, 77. I guess they're getting close. I've also been thinking about it, and I'm kind of... Oh, I guess I should probably... How is Handicap Battler this much better than Advance? All you do is take a tiny little attack hit, and you get stats everywhere else. Fuck, I'm gonna put this on. I've kind of been thinking to myself that maybe it would be wise to consider leveling some other stuff up. So I still don't fully know exactly how these systems work and what kind of potential benefit I could get from it, like leveling up as many styles as possible. I'm also noticing it seems like there's a pretty significant slowdown in the style, in leveling up styles. Once they get to a certain point. But it's not like level 1 styles. The style experience almost seems to operate kind of like job points, I feel like. Where you kind of get a set amount based on the actions that you take. I don't know if that's exactly true, but like, it doesn't seem like fighting stronger enemies with what I would consider to be a weaker style makes a huge difference in the amount of style points that you get. Which is exactly the way that job points... Well, it's primarily the way that job points work from like Final Fantasy Tactics, where it doesn't really matter if you're in a way too high level encounter for the character. They're gonna get pretty much the same amount of job points. There might be certain ways that they could get more than normal, but mostly it was take an action, get some job points, and it was pretty static amount. And it kind of feels like that's the way this works as well. Oops. J-Hit bringing out the gats. The Nutkin gats. Well, okay, so that's not entirely true because I definitely got more SP for the level 1, the rank 1 jobs, or the rank 1 styles here than I did for the rank 4 one. Come on. There we go. I couldn't really see myself, so it was tricky. So maybe like getting those level 1 stats for everybody is like not a hugely bad idea. Or not the level 1. Like leveling up each style, maybe less than their main style, but like if they have low level stuff, it takes such a small number of encounters to rank those up. I still don't exactly know how the stats transition here. Well, the other thing I'm noticing is like, feels like I'm taking way more damage than I was previously. So I'm almost wondering if style levels and the stats that they grant aren't cumulative. Like if I go through and level up some things like Guardian a little bit and other stuff, if I won't see some defensive benefits on that front. Like, obviously styles come with an inherent slight boost to... It's just coconut guns. Yeah, it's fine. Obviously, the styles come with like an inherent boost to their... their current stats. But I'm wondering if there's some long-term benefits to it as well. I guess an easy way to do that, since Guardians specialize in hit points. Let's see, I'm looking at across the board right now. And like everybody's at 583 hit points. See that? Whether it's level... Oh, I guess those are all level 1. They're all level 1 Guardians. But if I like put on his Guardian, or his Guardian, we're at 730 and 615. There's definitely some interesting stuff going on here. You also note, here's another thing. Here's another... Oh, I guess he's level 24. Fuck. I was going to say, Hermana and Ricardo's Versus's both being rank 1. He has 15 more base hit points. He does have way more base TP. Oh, wait. Yeah, bad comparison there. Can I just take this off? Okay. Yeah, they probably just are going to get 15 more hit points and TP when they level up. So that's like not as great of a comparison. What is your deal? Oh, fuck. And you have a max HP boost as well. So... He's still at 609 though. Oh, because he's in Guardian. Hold on. Okay. Huh. But that still means that his Guardian versus his Guardian. His Guardian gets him slightly more hit points? Oh, but he's level 24. Hold on. So... Huh. So 69 from... No, 79. 79 from his Guardian versus... It's easier to go the other way. Is that 90? No, it's too much. 70. Huh. What about like intelligence? 4 versus 7? So... Physical defense is 10 versus 9. Got 19 magic defense versus 22. So my theory for a second there was like each level past 10 maybe gets you stat boosts. Or maybe it's like non-ability levels past 10 gets you stat boosts for the style. Still, it feels like maybe there's some value. Basically, the whole moral of the story here is it feels like there's probably some value in getting styles some EXP. I've found my way out. Wow. That's crazy. I can't believe I had that easy of a time getting out. Man, the struggle is real between those two right now. Yeah, we finished what we came to Ashihara for, so now where do we go? Oh, Armana wants some food. Oh, we gotta get back on the ship already? We're a long way from Galpos, and it won't be easy to find a ship to Tenos given the current state of affairs. That only leaves Garum, correct? Alright. Guess we're headed to Garum. Unless you plan on settling down here, we have to hurry. Well, I was gonna do some guild stuff. Thought we'd get to take it easy. Oh. Maybe next time. Anyway, I'm sure the next city will be even better. There you go. Seriously, can we get food there? Of course. Sure, probably. That's no good, Lou. Now I know not to trust you. Well, it's the thought that counts. Could have at least pretended to be happy about it. Great. Well, they're not forcing me to get on the boat, so... And you still have stuff, don't you? Find the coin collection. Beehive gathering. That sounds awful. I'll do this. I guess I have 1,000 grade. What do I still need to get? So I don't really care about any of that shit. Fuck, there's a bunch. There's a bunch. Oh no, there's so many. I got all the recipes, but there's so many actions. Oh no. Using life bottles, restore HP mid. Fuck. Hopefully they'll let me do the guild dungeon. There's a lot of really good strategies here that I didn't realize we'd be forced to leave so quickly. If we don't hurry, we'll miss the boat. I thought cruises were supposed to be more relaxing, for real. We ain't even had time to hit the highlights, food taste and souvenirs. Not bad, Air. You really know what's going on. You really know what's what. Setting aside the food taste, and I can't believe we ain't even had time to peek in the shops. Keychains, decorations, don't get involved. Let's go with decorations. Best souvenirs are decorations, don't you think? Obviously, ain't nothing better than a good thermometer. No way, I ain't got no place to put something like that. You don't get it. You find a place even if you gotta make one. Easy for you to say, Spud. With a house like yours, ain't gonna be no shortage of space. I ain't got a house. Then carry it around with you. You'll always know the temperature. Why are you so worried about the temperature anyway? I was wondering the same thing. Man, it's such a shame. The Coda thing looks annoying as hell. Get used to it, my dude. Wish I could have got an Ashihara flag. I bet they had some killer wooden swords here. Aren't there any practical souvenirs? Like what? How about snacks? They're gone when you eat them, so they won't take up as much space. Or maybe an accessory of some kind. If you could pin it on your clothes, it wouldn't be in the way. Oh, I see. Interesting way of looking at it. Well, I never even thought about buying something I could use. Feel free to try thinking about it next time. Sick. Heyo. Dungeon. There was a skit. Fuck, I forgot to wait around for skits. I keep forgetting to wait around for skits. There's one. Manly words. I know it's weird to say it now, but that speech was really something. Coda gave it his all, you know. Not you. Luke, I'm talking about that Iri, I will protect you bit. You know, Coda never said anything like that. A shame. Alright, I guess I did say something like that. That little speech. Pretty intense. Right, intense. You think so? Iri heard what she said, man. No question about it. If she'd still turn her back on you after hearing that, she ain't human. I hope you're right. Nufu. Coda is Coda, so Coda can turn his back on you with no problems, you know. Yeah, you do that. Nufu. Bum 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 bum. Alright. I guess we don't have any more skits. What am I here to do? Coin collection. Right. And level up styles. Oh good, I'm still funny strong. I'm still really strong, actually. Either that or this shit's just weak. Whatever, style experience is style experience. I'm probably gonna fight a lot of shit. Oh, I didn't put it on any things back, did I? I forgot I took everybody's stuff off. This is really all you have, eh? That's fine. Put this on. And this on. And this on. Attack. Int. Huh. I don't know what I had on him before. I'll just put this on. Cool. Butterfly knife. Who can use that? Oh wait, I know who can use that. And it's worse. Damn it. Damn it. Bow, bow, bow. No style level ups yet, eh? Oh, they're at 91. Sick. Yeah, you definitely do not get style experience if you are not in fights. But you definitely do get regular experience because people were leveling up from that boss fight and they weren't in the fight. So. Nice. Alright, cool. I missed twice. That was sick. I didn't get to, like... I tried to turn to hit them. And just never did. At least he was useful. I mean, Coda's pretty useful. Coda tutorialized the shit out of us, which Mew never did. Although Mew did act as our sorcerer's ring for the entire game. So there's that. He cast sharpness on somebody, didn't he? That's interesting. Fucking goddamn these shitheads. Punch. Her mana leveled up. Nice. Did she... Who's the one who's behind? Is it Hermana? It is Hermana. Did you get the Versus ability that you did? Put this on. Sorry in advance, Hermana. I'm gonna recover a bit of the EXP gap here. Style leveled up and we got handicap 2 and a couple more style level ups. I did want to check and see though if that contributes to style points as well. It does not. Okay, so when it says EXP, it does not mean there's no carryover between EXP and SP. They are different things, which is totally fine. Do you get bonus experience outside of battle? I don't think you have it though, do you? Oh, you do. Can I have you put on this? So he's at 28,221. $28,221. $28,221. He does not get bonus experience. No. He got the normal 1171. That's fine. That's fine. It's good to know. We're still clearing these fights pretty easily. I'm gonna put the 20% EXP boost on. Level 3? Man, yeah, they're getting a lot of style experience. The low levels are very easy to clear through. I think I like the plan that I'm gonna try to do here for a bit. They'll still have main styles, I think. That's still, like, important. But at least for the purposes of just kind of making sure that I don't miss anything here, I'm gonna try to emphasize getting good amounts of style experience across a variety of styles for everybody. Bum 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 bum. Hey yo, some nice money. Interesting. Her down combo is not as good as her other combos. Yeah. Interesting. Handicap 3? Does handicap 3 just leave her like completely crippled? Wait, what if you put all of them on at once? Does she have any? Does she even have any stats left at that point? No, is the answer to that question. She really doesn't. I'm just gonna guard until they win. Oh, yeah, 17 damage. Damn near kills me. Woofda. Can I offset this with food? Like, what if I gave her max HP? Not really. Now the other question is, can I stack these? Nope. One overwrites the other. What if I also do like okay, nope. That's fine. This is going to be interesting. We'll see how long I can run this until I get myself into some serious trouble. I'm just going to guard. Unless I see an opening. Ooh, the 1 damage though. I don't know that the experience cap is closing that quickly. Like, I want it to be. I don't know. Oh, this is the end. I'm gonna fight shit for a bit longer. Ouch. 15. Holy fuck. That was through a guard. Oh, that was 30. Coming in hot. Oh, ow. Ouch. What do you mean you can't believe? I said I was going to. This should not come as a surprise to anybody. This is what we do. This is what we do. I said I was going to do it. I just needed a bit of time in order to get one ready to go. It was going to happen. You guys are crazy. Of course it was going to happen. That's what we do. Mascot. The mascot is the mascot. Even if we don't like it, it's the mascot. With the exception of Legendia, the mascot is the mascot. Another mascot? I know, dude. 15 hours. I think if we pass the 10-hour mark, and we've seen something that resembles a mascot, that's when I'm going to make the call. I made the call a little bit later this time just because I basically hit the 10-hour mark partway through Sunday, but I think right around the 10-hour mark of any of the rest of Tales games, we'll probably have a pretty good idea at that point. And that's kind of how I'll make an arbitrary judgment. And we hadn't really seen anything else show up. It's still early. 17 hours? I don't know if I agree. I think we're pretty much... Ouch! You're sure a bunch of you will be able to tell me the mascot for Vesperia? Yeah, probably. We could always play the game of I just have you guys confirm for me who the mascot is instead of me guessing. We could always do that as well, if you prefer. Oh my god, these bats are so fucking fast. I just think that so far there's kind of an implicit... Oh god, the guard broke me. I just think that so far there's like an implicit confirmation that comes with saying, yep, that's this game's mascot, which is that they'll probably be with me the entire game, or most of it. And I don't necessarily like having that information kind of come as the baggage of being like, yep, that's the mascot for this game, if that makes sense. I'm almost done with this bullshit, by the way. If you'll notice, Hermana is only a couple thousand experience behind everybody. This will probably be the last fight that I do with this a pretty extreme setup on her. Yeah, look at that. To be fair, that's a pretty quick way to catch somebody up. It's a pretty quick way to catch somebody up. Also, she learned Handicap 4. Which is just kind of blowing my mind. What the fuck does handicap 4 do? Oh my god. I have 12 hit points. I have 12 hit points. But I get 60% bonus experience. But I have 12 hit points. I had more than 12 hit points when I started the game at level 1. I'm certain of it. This is a brutal style. This style is fucking brutal. I have 1 intelligence, 38 attack, 44 defense, 37 magic defense, 1 agility, and 2 luck. So the only thing that it doesn't really cut is your defensive stats, it seems like. Oh no, it cuts those too. Just not as significantly, it seems like. Like, not down to 1. Boy. So yeah, that's fun. That's a fun one to level. Well, I mean, I don't even look. She looks like she's in danger. It'd be kind of nice if, when you switch styles, you didn't have to deal with the emptiness that it creates. But hey, who am I to judge? I don't even. You would just get the 10 times experience. Don't even bother with this other shit. Don't even bother with losing 90% of your stats. Yeah, you have to survive a fight, exactly. Trust me, I'm aware. Now, to be fair, it's not quite as severe if I don't have all the other ones on. Then I'm at 54 and 42. But if that's what I end up at for only 25% bonus, and I can do the other 3 for a 45% bonus and have more stats left... Oh, actually, these are probably multiplicative instead of additive. Yeah, they definitely are. That explains it. So you're not even getting that big of an EXP boost because the EXP doesn't stack. Because the stats don't stack either. Oh, can I get myself down to 1 hit point? Oh, I can't. 12 is as low as I can get, right? Anyway, let's put real stuff back on. Which for now is that. You got Guardian to level 5. Congratulations. You shall now start this one. And you got Advanced to level 5, which is good. You will also start this one. Can I get some heals, please? Perfect. We'll do those on another guild run. Oh, another King Tortoise hunt. For that big 36. Do I go for it? I beat the King Tortoises before. We're going for it. I'm gonna sleep this time at the end before I leave. Alright, so, let's see. I could swap in the other guys, actually. What are your... Wait, hold on. What do your styles look like? You each have a level 1 style still? Oh, Spada actually has 2. And his handicapped battler isn't very high level either. Yeah, I kind of figured since you've got Warrior or Guardian so high. Each of these guys has one up above level 10 though, and these guys don't. They've got some level 8s, I think. Level 9 here. Level 7. 9. Okay. We'll stick it out with these guys a bit longer. Wow. Huge damage increase. It must do some type of aggregating to figure out how much damage you do on that start, on that fight start. Crabs. I missed it actually. Damn it. Oh, there's three crabs. There's 3 crabses. Quick workers. What are quick workers? Da, da, da. Oh! Worse guns than what I have. They do boost agility, though. They were just some pistols, though. Nice. Wait, her style leveled up before the other two's? Weren't they at the same style points? Maybe she had a fight under her belt as Advance? I thought she was at 0 on Advance, though. Weird. Very weird. Oh no, what's that symbol mean? Is he poisoned? Ah, he's just poisoned. He'll be fine. So 15 to 37 is 22. They got even more than that, though. She must have had a bit of a lead on him. Because there's a 15-point gap between them. Now, we'll see if that stays that way. Oh, missed. There you go. Suck it, crabs. Yeah, okay. There's just a 15-point difference. That's not too bad. They'll ultimately end up styling up at approximately the same point. These crabs have pretty beefy defense. What am I in here for? Oh, the tortoise hunt. Oh, that's right. Fuck. I was like, oh, just, you know, fighting enemies on my merry way. Chugga chugga through the dungeon. Totally forgot what I came here for. And it's not going to be a fun time, I don't think. It'll be another long, hard fight. Snipe Force. Did he level up normally? Oh, he leveled up normally. Okay. So he learned Snipe Force. Fire a shot that invokes a dark power. Sick. Cool. It kind of sounded like a cross between Dark Force and something else. Is that what Master means? Are there ability crosses? See, I thought Master might come from getting 5 stars. But it would make sense if it was just a cross between the two abilities as well. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, her style leveled up as well. I think I was going this way? That's the way I came in. Some handicap 2 levels. Nice. Good progress. Stylers are leveling up left and right. Look at that fucking 2 combos. She does 2 12-hit combos and murders one of these things. Fucking crazy. Sport crabs. Sacrificed in the name of me getting style experience. Oh, what'd you put on me? I don't even know what the status is. Oh, okay. It's silence. Should be gone now, though. I think I kicked this encounter through that bat that spawned on top of me. That's kind of funny. Is it just me, or am I doing even more damage now? Oh, I did level up to level 25. Oh, bread and noodles. What if I make one of those, huh? Huh? Oh wait, that's fucking, damn it. I tried to outsmart the game and it outsmarted me. Meat bun? Oh, you know what? That doesn't actually use bread and noodles, does it? Pan-baked fish? Also doesn't. Damn. Alright. I'll make another hot dog then. So be it. Oh. I only have 3 seasoning left. Seasoning is a pretty popular... Wow, it's very popular. Okay. I need more seasoning to make some of those other things. There we go. Now I can make it. Were you running away from me just now? Wait, are enemies running away from me? I'm too strong. Level up, level... Oh my gosh, all the style ups. Very nice. Was that style level 4 for everybody on those now? Yep. Sick. Oh, now, see, now they're only 10 behind. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. She has attack up now, so we're gonna swap that out for agility. Wait, is agility her highest stat? It probably is, isn't it? 67? It's actually not. She doesn't even have the highest agility out of the group. Okay. Still looking for some turtles. Oops. Kind of wish that they didn't do it like that. It's just a tiny pet peeve of mine that they have the door coming into the next zone not be like a straight entrance from the door leaving the zone. Because everything else in the world is pretty consistent like that. It's just the guild dungeons, since they're randomly generated. I don't necessarily know how I have mixed feelings about it. I'll just put it that way. I think it would have been nice if they would have lined them up, but it's not a hugely, massively critical criticism. It's just something that I think about. Well, you guys haven't killed your one over there yet? Jeez, what are you doing, slackers? There we go. This and maybe one more encounter should be style level 5 for the other styles that I've been working on here. $174 damage. Actually, I think that might have been the grave cast, though. These guys are pretty tough. They can survive some good hits. Now they're dead. Oh, okay. One more. I've got to be super close at this point. Yeah, 93. Yep. Well, the other two might be left in squalor a bit, unfortunately. Oh. This might be worth... Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's okay. Hermana, being the most recent addition to the group, actually has the longest way to go here. Two? I got 15 instead of 17? Damn. So close. Wait, another door? Also, that area I think was totally linear? Wait, did I go backwards? I went backwards, didn't I? Sorry. There we go. So now these two... Yeah, Angie's actually sitting pretty good let's focus on getting her. Let's get her a level there. Ricardo. Oh shit, you still have this one to do? Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll go back to the right direction. We'll actually make progress. Go towards the turtles. It's funny, at work yesterday, I was having a conversation with a coworker of mine, and I don't even remember how we got started talking about it, but I made some comment about the fact that things were we were talking about some project and how it was kind of off the rails a bit, and there were some things that we're gonna have to be flexible with. And I just commented on the fact that, like, I said something like, "Yeah, that's okay though. I usually go with the flow. It's not a huge deal." And she made the comment. She's like a sea turtle, and I was like, I don't. She's like Finding Nemo, the sea turtles, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's a fair comparison. You're right. I guess I'm a sea turtle now. So I've been explaining to everybody that they need not refer to me by my human name anymore, as my sea turtle soul has taken over, and I am in full go with the flow mode. And that's just kind of what's going on right now in the game too. Just going with the flow. Fighting enemies as they show up. We'll get there eventually. No problem. I'm a sea turtle. I'm a sea turtle now. That's what you came back to. IRL sea turtle. Yep. Yep. You heard it here first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Makes sense when you put it that way, right? I'm just saying. That's just the way things go. Now we're going the right way. Final Fantasy Tactics replay. Nope, that would not be me doing me. That would be me doing Misery. Although I will confide in you guys that for anybody who wasn't here last night when I mentioned the fact that I have received the PlayStation TV that I'm going to use to stream Tales of Hearts R, I set it up last night after the stream, and one of the other things that I did before I streamed Final Fantasy Tactics, since I was planning on emulating it with the PSP emulator, I was planning on emulating it, and I felt bad because I'd emulated some other games on the stream already, and I never paid for them and didn't own them. What I did, I noticed that War of the Lions was available for purchase digitally on the store as like a digital PSP game. And at the time, I was like, well, if I pay for it here, then I at least own the game. Sure, I won't be playing it on like the hardware that I paid for, but like at least I'll have the game. You know, I won't feel quite as bad for emulating it. So I own a digital copy of the actual War of the Lions, not a ROM of it. And when I was setting up the PS TV last night, I did install Tales of Hearts R, but I can't really like start that game to get an idea of how well the PS TV is running and if it's performing normally. So instead, I installed War of the Lions as well and booted up the game, and I played through the first little mini mission that you do as a part of the story, just to make sure things were working well. Yeah, I did that for about, I don't know, probably took me like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You can't skip any of the dialogue or the cutscenes in that game. You can't skip any of it. It is all like mandatory watch. I'm just like, man, this would like really hurt the replay value for me. Cause I don't know that I would want to have to sit through everything all again. Like you can zip through the dialogue, the text boxes pretty quickly, but playthrough coming soon? No. Playing it, I was like, gosh, now I remember why I don't like this kind of game, because it feels just slow and tedious. How dare you try and skip through our hard work? What do you mean your hard work? I don't know what you mean by your hard work. You're gonna have to explain that one for me. Oh, so says the devs. Oh, okay. Final Fantasy IV, the after years? Nah. Oh, I don't mind not being able to skip stuff in the Tales games. I was talking about War of the Lions. War of the Lions, I couldn't skip stuff. That's what I was complaining about. I was just trying to test everything last night and was immediately becoming tired of playing that game since I couldn't skip anything. I thought you could, though. I thought you could. I thought I remembered, like, when I had died. No, actually, I did still have to, like, smash through all the text, didn't I? Grab. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? I think we're at level 4. Okay, hers is almost level 10 and level 4. Okay. Once we get level 10 on Anshir. Yeah, she's actually sitting really good. She's caught up pretty quickly. And Ricardo's not that far behind. Once he gets High-Speed Fighter to level 5, he'll be like pretty much in the same boat. He still has to get Defensive Warrior done. Up to level 10, but so he's like a couple of style levels behind, and his Wisdom is one behind as well. Oh gosh. And then I look at Hermana, I'm like, fuck, this is so much more work. I still have so much more work to put into Hermana. You guys might not see any action anytime soon. Although you, Spada, you need it just as bad as the other two. I'm in a weird place with these guys because a few style level ups like is good enough. God damn it. Get back here, you cap. Fuck. Thank you. There we go. So, I'm really happy with where Angie's at now. I can't believe she's the one who finished first. So let's look at... I think Spada might be next. It is 2 level 1 styles still. 2 level 1s and a level 2. Versus a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. And a level 1, a level 4, and a level 2. Yeah. Let's swap in the boy. Interestingly, I think Iria is the one who's furthest along. She has like the most job style levels. The most style levels. I don't know why I keep wanting to call them job levels. They're pretty similar, but like there's some obvious differences. What is everybody's strategy right now? There you go. Sick. I think I missed the bats. I sure did. As I'm doing this, I just realized I don't know how I'm going to level up Hermana's ranged casting style. Does she have any ranged spells? I think she does. I just don't remember what they are. I've never used them. What type are you? Oh, she has Pow Pow Hammer. That's her only spell. And it's not typed. So... Also, it's 22 TP per cast. Fuck. That is a lot. There we go. And we get to figure it out right now. We're doing it live. Yep. There you go. She doesn't have anything that can benefit her with this right now, so... Oh. Has it? It's already been 2 hours? Where the fuck is the time gone? Crazy. Oh my god, it does so much damage! Did you see how much damage it does? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god! I'm like a little bit speechless after that. I don't even know what to say. She just rolled up in there and fucked that thing up with one spell. Alright, it can absolutely whiff, unfortunately. Like, twice. And when it doesn't, it does hundreds of damage. Whew. That's with no buffs. She has no buffs on right now. Yeah, that's 350 damage. She killed it in 2 Pico Pico hammer casts. Incredible. Got him. Oh, Spot Alert and Light Spear. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that TP up on now. For the attack up. 'Cause she's gonna need it. 600 TP. I guess Ange has 662, but still. Feels like a lot. How we doing? Okay, pretty close. 2 or 3 more fights for Ricardo, and then I'll swap him out for somebody. Because he'll have a level 10 style at that point. Maybe... I guess technically next would be, we'll put Luca in the party. This is not gonna be like equalizing everybody's styles out. It's just kind of an attempt to get partway there. So that's my hope right now. Got him. It's definitely not the best spell out there. Let's be real. It's not the best spell, but the amount of damage that it does is fucking crazy. I don't think I can really use it against these bats. I'll hit the crab. Or I won't. Womboed. Nice. Come here, crab. Get away from the boss monster. There we go. Okay, there we go. Ricardo's done. You got that style. Yep, perfect. Alright, Ricardo, it's been real. What style do I have him set up with? Okay. Yeah, I really don't want to push Luca or Iria too far because they have a significant advantage on their two main styles. So I really just want to bump up the few that he's missing on some of the low ones and then put him back on the sidelines for a while. Same thing with Iria. Iria is in an outstanding position with hers as well, and just needs a little bit of help on these 3 and then pretty much be set. So. Okay. Can you guys still see me? The video went away in my preview window, but I don't see any dropped frames. But I can't refresh my dashboard either. You're fine? Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my stream preview to even see like my chat right now, because nothing is like my dashboard just died. Whatever. Pressing on. Just know that I am looking at a very small, a much smaller window to see you guys now. Since it seems like my dashboard shit itself. That's unfortunate. It could just be my download speed that's dying right now too. That happens and my stream can stay online. So could be something ISP related. I was just checking styles really quick. 3, 4, 1. Okay. That's fine. Downloading bad stuff on the side? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of at all. If I am, I have bigger problems because I didn't start that. Nice. The new DLC looks pretty good. Philly, I thought you were done. I thought you were done with that. I thought you quit it like a bad habit. I need, can you cast? You got the season pass. Alright, that's fair. Luca, that's not casting. Why doesn't he want to cast? Nice. Got the intelligence up. For that big damage. they're the devil. Hot damn. How many season passes have you bought, Shayla? A few? Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Philly? Is it good or bad if it turns back into Destiny 1? There we go. Spada style leveled up. Nice. That's good. Because I don't want him as a guardian anymore. Let's put him on versus for now. It's a good thing? Well, that's good. Oh. I forgot he had this on. Well, I mean, there are worse things. It's fine, I suppose. Oh, he already has that one on? Do this then. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't it save Destiny 1 right for Destiny 1 to stop? Didn't Taken King save Destiny 1 right for Destiny 1 to end? I didn't think that it lived on much longer after that. Oh, double whiff. Lucas style leveled up. That's good. That's good. Slowly work him out of this rut that he's in. Oh, it was 4 DLCs altogether? What was the last one? Was like the... What was the last one? Something about fire? I don't remember what it was. You gotta stop playing Destiny? There are other better games out there, I promise. I'm not saying I know exactly what they are or that I can direct you to them. Everybody's tastes are different too, but when you say something like, I gotta stop playing X game, it definitely makes me want to at least try. Makes me nervous. Rise of Iron, there you go. Yeah, definitely has something to do with fire. Kappa. Love FPS. I don't know if I can help much on that front. Hermana's and Spada's styles leveled up. Good shit. Good shit. Yep, nice. Wisdom's done. Now we start working on you as technical. Sick. This is actually going really, really well. now I do punch damage again, so these encounters should start ending a lot quicker. You love FPS except Call of Duty. Do you not appreciate the style of FPS that Call of Duty emulates, being the realistic shooter? Or is it more about the actual gameplay and the decisions that they made about how the gunplay works that you don't agree with? That you don't enjoy? Because I can see a couple of different reasons to not like Call of Duty. I personally really enjoyed Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. Personally. And a bit World at War to a certain extent. I didn't play that one as much, but it was like the first time the zombie mode got popular. And that was pretty fun. To play with friends. But I liked the online of Modern Warfare's 1 and 2. I played it quite a bit. But for being a realistic shooter, I don't think that those games are terribly realistic. So they're styled realistically, but ultimately I don't think that they emulate actual firefights or anything like that very accurately. Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about the recent cuts. I know. Trust me, I know. I haven't touched a Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2, so. Spada's style leveled up. Sick. I think that puts him at level 4. Right? Yep. Ah, actually Luca's almost done too. Nice. Yeah, that's the times that I enjoyed him as well. Definitely. Right, the setting. That's what I was getting at, is that they make decisions gameplay-wise that, yeah, they're arcade shooters. They make decisions gameplay-wise that really detract from the style and the setting that they are going for, with like using actual guns and designing everything around the idea of it being a look into what modern battlefields look like, as far as the technology and stuff. You bought Call of Duty World War II? Biggest mistake ever. I've not heard much about. Is that the most recent Call of Duty? I think it is. I honestly I can't even keep up with them, so I don't know for sure, but it sounds like it's the most recent one. If I had to guess. Battlefield 4. I've always, the Battlefield games actually became much more of my go-to when it comes to something that if I want to play like a shooter. The Battlefield games are the ones that I gravitate towards more than anything. But I haven't played a Battlefield game again recently. I played a lot of Bad Company 2 and 3. Well, Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3. But I haven't played much of the newer stuff they've done. Oh, really? Interesting. 97. I want to get him off wisdom. I'm still poisoned? I've made a miscalculation. And they silenced somebody? Come on, game. What's this shit? World War II Battlefield would probably not be too bad. I'm personally, like, I could take it or leave it when it comes to World War II settings for shooters. I'm like not a huge, massive, big fan of it. I get why people are. I just never really grew up liking modern history stuff, so that is something that is a part of that setting that's totally lost on me. I end up getting nothing out of it. If it is World War II, I might actually pick it up. Oh, you just like the guns. All right, I can get behind that. Not necessarily being interested in the history, but really enjoying the tech. I can get behind that. Oh, I thought it said Luca, or I thought it said Spada style leveled up. He's one level away from being done with verses. Yep, I avoided the Black Ops games like a plague, honestly, because I just didn't think that they would really be the kind of thing that I would enjoy. I think largely I was probably right. I think I made a good call avoiding the Black Ops games completely. Ouch. Oh wow, they exploded. This is also really fortunate too. Gotta give Fortnite a try. Not if you like FPS. Fortnite is not a first-person shooter. And the gunplay, in my opinion, is some of the weakest we've probably seen in quite a while. At least in a very popular game. Spada style leveled up. And Luca leveled up. Is that status? That's gone. Okay. I said there was no way that I was excluding Dirge of Cerberus from that comment. I said in recent years. A, Dirge of Cerberus is old as fuck. And B, yeah, that might be the cutting off point. That might be the last awful, like, I don't even know that I would consider it a shooter because it's so bad, but technically I suppose it is. But it's also not FPS, so, and I wouldn't really say that it has gunplay per se. It's kind of an action third-person shooter. It is old as fuck. It's like 10 years old, dude. It's not like I'm saying it's like 40 years old. It came out in like, I want to say like 2007, 2008. It's like an old as shit game. It came out on the PSP, which is like even more dead than the Vita is. Yeah, 2006. Yeah, it's 12 years old, dude. That has nothing to do with your age. It's over a decade old. That's just the way those games go. PS2. I thought it was a PSP game. It's not about the... Oh my god, you guys. It's not about the amount of time that has passed. It is about the fact that relative to a game that came out a year ago, a 12-year-old game is very much older than that. Crisis Core. There we go. There we go. I knew there was a Final Fantasy spin-off that was PSP. I forgot it was Crisis Core. Honestly, it's probably very obvious right now that I've been grinding in this game for 2 hours. I haven't said anything about it. But this is some of the most effortless and enjoyable and satisfying grinding I think I've ever done in my entire life. It doesn't detract from the fact that that's literally all it is. But it is just really fluid and feels good. Should probably heal people. These two are both going to finish their styles in the next fight. Separate volume controls. Is the game too loud? Am I too quiet? The separate volume controls is you type in chat, "Hey Walt, your audio is too low. Please turn yourself up." And I go, "Okay." Boop. If that's what you need, just say. I can turn the game down. I can turn the game down. It doesn't hurt me at all. I click over here and I go boop, 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 boop. And immediately the game is turned down. That's it. That's all it took. You tell me how it sounds in the next fight. If I did it enough or if we should I adjust it a bit more. I already touched the volume. I already did it. Whatever damage is done is already done. It's too late. I can't increase the volume 5 levels anymore. That time has passed. The door has closed. The return path is forbidden. Go. We did it. So you literally doesn't sound any different. I didn't tweak it a lot, I just tweaked it a little. Slimmy said something a while ago. They've been here for a hot minute. Both these two chumps with their level 3 shit. And that'll be it for them. A hot minute. Is that the first time I've ever said that on stream? I say a hot minute a lot, you guys. I say a hot minute a lot. If that's the first time I've said it on stream, I'm really surprised. Not even the 10th time. Maybe not even the 50th. Alright, so J-Hit's just fucking with me then. I got it. It's all good. This turtle is so tempting, but I'm getting such... Wait, Skid? Oh! No good. Lou, you're just no good. And that's kind of a mean thing to say. I'm just telling it like it is. I've been watching you ever since you asked me to come along. And? You're just so squirmy. You ain't never gonna be like Asura if you're like that. I know that better than anyone. That right? Then I'll try not to bug you about it, I guess. I'd be grateful for that. This ain't no good, though. He ain't got no backbone. Wow, the roasts. The roasts. Is this the fucking... Yo. Damn. Oh, Jesus. Are they gonna... Oh, there they are. Yeah, right, meow. Fuck. Are you still getting recapped from Yakuza 5, J-Hit, or are you already way past that shit? Rising Havoc. Style leveled up. Nice. You're running around? Nice, 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 nice. I guess I forget too, you played the demos, so you kind of probably knew your way around the intro stuff. Oh, the demo carried over to the full release. Oh, so you didn't even have to do any of the demo stuff. Nice. Very cool. IRL karaoke stream. I mean, those happen. Those are real things. Telling J-Hit to do one? There it is. There it is. Sweet. Spada is done. We're going to set him on technical and move him out. And bring in Iria. Make sure that she is set to a good style. Yep, Guardian. Nice, nice. She needs Guardian a little, just a tiny tick of technical. And then some verses. So she doesn't actually, she's doing pretty good. And Luca is almost on his way out of the group. One, maybe two more fights. And we'll swap him out. We're going to bring back in Ricardo. And then in time also Ange. And continue working on their sub stuff. Pretty great progress. Gonna be honest. Cause if I could get everybody around 8 or 9 for their sub styles, I think we'd be sitting pretty good. Do I need heals? Not really. Okay, I'm gonna fight this guy anyway. I don't want to fight that bat. Fuck that bat. Oh, I forgot I have a healer in the party now, so it doesn't matter if I need heals or not. She's gonna give them to me. How close am I? This one I'm not metering. Okay, so we need one more for Luca. One more for Luca, and then he's out of here. And he's out of here! We have random sprite chances from other games? Holy shit. There we go. Luca's out of there. Bring back Ricardo! Let's set him back to his off, which is advance, and then scoot his butt out of here. Ricardo's back, baby! Your lock looks like Tella from FF4? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Come back here, you bats! Oh my god, there's 3 bats on screen, please. Sick. What else will these people think of? Only time will tell, Slimmy. Only time will tell. This poor turtle boy's just been waiting this whole time.
これ楽勝やな。
He's just been waiting this whole time for me to finally pay attention to him. Duck sprites. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can avoid that travesty. Absolutely demolished. Absolutely demolished. Would it affect you personally? Deep down in my soul it would, Slimmy. The knowledge alone would crush my spirit and render me completely devoid of any humanity. So, yeah, I suppose it would. How dare you walk away from the enemies? I don't know how I was still hitting that. Maybe I wasn't. Might have been gunshots, actually, now that I think about it. It's probably Ricardo from the back. Oh, I X'd through that really fast. Holy fuck. I was probably a couple of style level ups. I should not have been mashing through that as fast as I was. I didn't think that I was due for any level ups, so I just zipped right through that shit. Wow. All right. So, I'm at an interesting crossroads now. Because I have both of these two at like 7 and 8. And she's at 7, close to 8. 9, 8. Iria, interestingly, is actually holding me back a bit at this point. She's very close to being fully caught up, but she's probably enough battles away that we're going to end up a little bit further ahead than I want. I'm going to have to swap Hermana and Ricardo out for Ange and Spada. Just to even things out a bit more. Which is fine. Doesn't really make a huge difference. Just an observation. That water magic is pretty good. There we go. Ange leveled up. And, yeah. Hermana's not far behind. And then we'll swap the two of them out for... After a few more fights, we'll bring in Spada and Ricardo for a bit. There it is. It's not that I'm too worried about them getting out of control either, because, like, if I really need to, everybody is still behind Luca in total job levels at this point, because he's at 13 Guardian, just like Yuri is at 13 Wisdom. So, if worse comes to worse, I could start working their 10s up, getting closer to that number. But I'm not super worried about it. I thought I would hate the gold pickup mechanic at the end of fights, and I actually fucking love it. I don't know why. I was like, what? You don't just get the money? That's dumb. And it turns out it's like actually a pretty fun, neat way to end a fight. And I kind of really enjoy it for some reason. I think it's because it's such a small amount that it feels pretty inconsequential as well, so it's like not a huge deal. 29.41. How are you doing, Iria? What's your status? You've got to be close, don't you? Oh! Oh, when you miss it by 1, though. Come on. Damn. Alright, that's fine. Not a huge deal. Just unfortunate. Should only be 2 fights to get. Yep, perfect. Nice, I thought so. I was gonna say, I think that we should be able to wrap her technical up, like, almost instantly. So the only one she needs now is this one. Oh, shit. Oh. Ooh. Dash makes a really big difference. Angie's slow. Angie's slow as fuck. Holy shit. dash makes a really, really big difference. I did not realize that. She should have attack up now, doesn't she? Yeah, that'll be better. Attack, max TP. You should have something better than this. Look at all these skills that I have now. So much better. Maybe the int bonus? No, wait, no, defense. Probably noticing some similar builds across people. Probably also noticing that everybody has an attack boost at this point, and it's pretty much the other abilities that fluctuate. Wait, do I get... I'm level 27? I get another slot at level 30. Oh, shit. Yo, we almost in that new slot. That's a lot of options. Alright, shit is just falling over now. It's just actually exploding. That's great. Alright, so she just got handicap 2, which I think is style 3. Yep. Oh, she's right at 0. Okay. I guess that rift. There we go. That dead. Oh my gosh. Attract also makes a huge difference. Holy shit. Yeah, attract and speed make a huge difference in picking up all that shit. Did both of their styles just level up? Shit, they did. Alright, well. That means it's time for... these two to make an appearance again. — 100 sprites. My god. That's so many sprites. Wait, I'm Iria? Wait, what status do you have, Spana? I guess it doesn't matter. Level... oh, she learned healer! Hello, Farah. Or Farah. Hello, Farah. How's it going, Farah? Yeah. Oh. It's only to herself, though. Interesting. Huh. Okay. That's fine. Not a huge deal. Just caught a little bit off guard by that. Ah, we're back to fast gold pickup and it feels so good. Okay, nice. One more style level to go on Iria, and then we are done. All she has to do is get this to level 5, and then we're done. 85 more SP. Then I have to pick a party to go fight these king tortoises. Do you have the, Oh, wait, Link to the Past. No, they didn't remake that. They did do a spiritual successor, though. I don't know if anybody's checked that out. The, Link Between Worlds. I've heard both good and, like, not great stuff about that game. Not that it's bad, just that, like, maybe it tries a little too hard to invoke the nostalgia factor. I don't know. I don't know if that's a really great thing to go off of or not. It's just something that I heard. I thought it was interesting. It's something that I would like to play. The mechanics look cool. Fight more bats. These are. Yeah, the criticism that I've heard is entirely because it is so similar to the previous one. That's all. I don't even know that the people I've heard that from would say they didn't like it. Just that, it missed the mark for them personally a bit. I think is really all it was. Journey complete. We did it. We got everybody all of the style level ups that I wanted. And now we're gonna put up my best casters up against this shitty Fire Emblem or Fantasy Life. That's fair. Let's set strategy to ranged. This fight's gonna take a hot second here. Unless people actually cast. Whoa! That icicle damage was big. Actually, that was good damage too. Alright. I didn't really mean to fight that fight, but so be it. Come at me, bro. I gotta figure out who I'm gonna play here. I guess I can. Let's swap Thievery out for like... Oh, fuck. Oh, she has Resurrection? Yo. And Barrier. I guess like I could do Pow Hammers and... Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Ow. I meant to equip art. I make that mistake often enough that you would think that I would stop. And I did it again. Wow, these things get fucked up. Look at these things get destroyed. Am I strong now? Yo. That wasn't even a minute-long fight for a danger quest. Might be too strong now. Nah, no such thing. Oh, Art Academy. Art Academy. Well, I have almost 4,500 grade now, so let's just see what I can buy with that. There we go. Worth it. It actually made you better. Yeah. I have absolutely heard that comment from people who play Art Academy. That it's actually like really tight and can improve your artistic skills, which is really cool. Not just the Pokemon one, to like any Art Academy game, really. Boy, I sure hope that boat didn't leave yet. We'll be leaving soon, so make sure you're bored. I did do 2 guild requests, and I basically sat there and ground out grade and style levels for, I don't know, about probably an hour in game. So I don't think this boat's leaving anytime soon. Just saying. Buying the Disney one? Yeah. Totally. I forgot about the boat ride music. Let's see where we're going this time. I don't know where Garam is. Two motherfuckers. Yep, God of War does come out Friday. It sure does. Boy, I sure wish I knew where the fuck I was going right now. Gonna do that for one-off Fridays? That's not a bad thought, Slimmy. I would definitely finish Last of Us first. I almost feel like the God of War games are worth like playthrough in series form. But this one is divergent enough that maybe that's not necessary. This is enough of a reset button on the series that maybe the original trilogy is not like a good... Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, assumed you finished Last of Us? Yeah, sure. I'll think about it. Oh, maybe. Okay, that's true. That's true. We don't know for sure. That's a good point. We don't know for sure. Well said. I won't mention it anymore. The point being, oh, I'm going to the mountain or the volcano? Okay. I just kind of had the thought in my mind that I would play through the original God of War games regardless of whether or not there's any tie-in. Just because, I don't know, I like the God of War games. They're pretty fun. What's that huge mountain? It's all spitting out smoke. Yeah, that'd be a volcano. Don't you know what a volcano is? Of course I do. That's when magma comes busting out of the mountain from deep underground, yeah? You really do know. Lou told me about it on the ride here. Of course, this is my first time seeing one. Looks pretty cool, huh? Hardest difficulty sounds cool. As in, maybe not just artificial, you take more damage because enemies deal more damage and they have more hit points? Is there like a unique challenge to the hardest difficulty mode? Or is it basically still that? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, just like... yeah, it gets old after a while. As somebody who... went hardcore on the original trilogy and like actually did play on those hardest difficulties, just taking more damage gets old after a while. They say this zone has been active volcanic zone for ages. You always seem to know so much about so many different places. You're overestimating my knowledge. I just happen to have lived longer than you have. But I can't imagine someone like me ever becoming like you, Ricardo. That's because you suck, Luca. Just kidding. I highly doubt that I represent your ideal image of an adult. More likely, you'll become a more respectable adult. Give me God of War. It has its own save slot. Won't let you drop to a lower difficulty when things get tough. This is just harder because enemies have larger health pools or that they come in bigger numbers. Alright, that basically answers that question. Did they say? A ton of stuff to make a genuine challenge, not a cynical increase. Enemies are all changed up. We changed the attack patterns of things. Okay. Wow. See, that sounds great. Like, having to learn a new paradigm for playing the game sounds great. Besides just roll a bunch to not get hit because you'll die in 2 hits. That may still be the case, but, I mean, at least there's something else going on there. Where I left off, these mountains have bountiful mines. Where there are materials, there will be smithies. Since ancient times, this has been a city of craftsmen. And where there are excellent weapons, there will be masters of martial arts. The volcano is a famed training ground. Nice. Yeah, only if the AI is different or better. I agree with that, Slimmy. I agree. Hey, that's more my style. Hit point sacks that do gobs of damage are not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of. Volcano is deified in the worship of the god of the forge. So I guess we're headed to the volcano. Now that ain't my style at all. That means there should be a memory circle there. While nature worship is not uncommon, this belief system is rather unique. The church adopted many of the local traditions when it was introduced here. Blacksmiths rely upon fire for their livelihood, and Vulcan is the god of fire. Most likely, Vulcan was worshipped here long before the church was involved. Vulcan, the god of the forge. Hey, let's head into town. What do they got to eat around here? You know, her hair always has the right idea. Better get going before her hair starts running wild. Alright, sick. I probably have skits to do, don't I? There we go. About the Kelm volcano. And you said before that in Garum they worship Vulcan, the god of fire, right? Correct. What about it? I thought the church focused on worshiping Devaloka itself, not individual devas. Somehow it seems a bit strange to me that some people still focus their belief on a single god. You do have a point there. However, do you not find it easier to believe in a concrete heaven than an abstract one? And is it not easier still to pray to gods with established personalities? The church teaches that we should seek to return to Devaloka, but if people believe in a single god, yes, it could cause them to forget about returning to Devaloka. In the end, people would grow even more attached to this world. They want to escape from the rigid teachings of the church and live freely. I can kind of understand the feeling. Indeed, I do not consider it a bad thing. However, if we allow that to happen, we are in effect creating a new religious doctrine. For the church, that would mean fading into obscurity. Perhaps this situation is what gave birth to the strife between Garum and Regnum. We should not get ahead of ourselves. This seems more like a case of deifying nature and associating it with a like deva. Didn't they believe in Vulcan from the start? I do not believe that was the case. More likely, it just so happened that Vulcan could be associated with fire and blacksmith, so they went with him. Isn't it possible that their ancestors were somehow connected to Vulcan when they still lived in Devaloka? It is possible, but either way, they seem to have abandoned the desire to return to Devaloka. So they just decided to associate Vulcan with Volcano, huh? Well, the Devas were not without concern for the people of Naraka. It is certainly possible the Vulcan might have come for short visits. Yeah, you may be right. We might even find some clue we left behind. That is true, we should be diligent in our search. No relationship bonus. Picked the wrong option. So tell me more about Garum. The city was founded by mountainous people who opposed Regnum. Even now, there is a lot of animosity towards Regnum. Oh yeah? That why they're fighting with Regnum? There's more to it than that. However, it might be part of the reason the war has dragged on for so long. So what's special about the city? It's tucked away in a vast mountain range, protected on all sides by the towering peaks. The dominant industry is mining. It does have that mine-in-town feel to it. Quality materials produce quality metals. Ironworks and smithies are quite common. Thanks to the quality of the weapons it produces, the city is a frequent destination for martial artists. Sounds about right. It's supposed to be a hot spot for swordsmen like me. Additionally, the volcano is a famous training locale for martial artists. Mercenary groups often recruit in the city. Militarily, Garum prefers guerrilla tactics that rely on individual ability to large-scale clashes. Heh, already had more than our fair share of that strategy. I suppose you did. Recently, many tourists have come for the hot springs. The once private citizens of Garum are slowly changing. Hot springs episode, let's go! They got hot springs too? Sounds like a nice place. Yes, it's a nice place. Give me more skits. Just give it to me. I know you want to, game. That can't be it. Can't be it. Alright, I think that's all the skits. Let's find the inn here. I just wanted to make a bit of progress. I know this stream was like 90% me just leveling up my styles, but I just wanted to make a bit of progress, check out the new area that we're headed to, since we finished up that temple. And yeah. Oh, I can go in this room. Interesting. So yeah, we're gonna pop down here. Save it up. And we'll call it a stream for tonight. We'll be back Thursday with more of this, and Friday with Last of Us, and Saturday with a bunch more of this. As a brief, short forecast. And hopefully, by Thursday, I will actually not be sick anymore. So, my voice will be back to normal, and I'll stop sniffling, and I won't be coughing. I don't have to clear my throat, and it'll be great. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Had some good chats through the tedium of the leveling, so I really enjoyed that, actually. It kind of made it not quite as difficult of a process to get through. So, I hope everybody has a good rest of their day, and I will see you guys later.